And welcome in to the first ever Evan Lotes personal podcast. And of course, got a little bit of a guest host today. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What do you mean guest? I'm going to be here a lot more than you think, bro.
I hope that's the case for sure.
Dimitri, Big Meech Veros, the one and the only Big Meech.
So yes, Big Meech I'll be having with me today. It's good to have him here, and he'll be here I think a few more times while this podcast runs its course. Well, today is kind of a special day, and it's good to have Big Meech here for that day. This marks a year since I have moved out of Columbus. I suppose I technically moved in to my apartment here in Chicago. That would have been, a day or so from now. But I moved out of Columbus a year ago today. And wow, a whole year in Chicago. That's absolutely insane. So we're going to be breaking that down. We're going to be talking with it, how I met Meech, stuff like that. It's going to be pretty exciting. But first, go ahead, and if you are liking the content so far, and if you want to hear more stories, and you want to hear day-to-day life action, including some interesting live streams, and going to Northwestern football games, I will be going to a lot of Blackhawks games. I know Meech is going to one upcoming soon. I'll be joining him for that. So if you want to take a look at those, be sure to go ahead, hit the subscribe button, and Meech,
like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell.
There you go.
Share this, because sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring for sure. We need to see that you guys are very interested in what we are posting here. I really like the love that I've been getting so far on a lot of social media outlets, so continue to do that. Twitter is at Evan Lotes, pretty easy, EvanLoetz. And you're currently on YouTube right now. So thank you. Big Meech, you got anything you want to plug?
At Realist Big Meech on Twitter. Hit me up. Sports, everything. Love talking. Hit up the Snap. Big Meech Malaka. Big Meech Malaka. And same thing for Instagram.
All right. Well, let's break it right down. So it's been a year since I've moved out of Columbus and now into Chicago. And wow, it has been a crazy year, and it's actually just absolutely flown by, I would have to say. It feels like it's gone really fast. I started at the Illinois Media School, what was that, September 4th or 5th? September 5th. There was that, and I met Meech the first day. Very exciting. I'm glad I got to befriend him, and it's crazy that I've known you for almost a year.
Where did the time go? I remember just about a year ago, I didn't remember your name for the first couple of days.
Yeah, that's nuts. I sat right behind you guys in a class back in Janelle's class. Was that Janelle's class?
I think it's one that Janelle and Lethea taught together.
Yeah, something like that. Mm-hmm. So at the Illinois Media School, we met each other. Meech walked in, I walked in, saw Meech sitting with a friend who I already met, Ryan Christopherson, R.I.P. Benchwarmers. At least R.I.P. him.
Not exactly.
R.I.P. him. Yeah, we'll get into that. So if you want to hear about that, click on this card. It's going to be probably up here, I would imagine. I'm going to put it up there to go to our sports page and listen to something interesting about the Benchwarmers. And go ahead, follow that sports page as well. That's going to be all the information you need to know for Behind the Bench with Iceman. Big Meech and I got a big show we're going to be putting up there today as well. So you can go ahead, click that little card, and it'll take you right over to Behind the Bench with Iceman. So now, a year, like I said, and then I was at meeting Ryan. I met Ryan the first minute. He walked into the school at like 8:45 in the morning. Walked into our first class. Professor wasn't even there yet. And
Professor.
Then, yeah,
that
Drew Sean. Professor Drew Sean.
That's a stretch.
That's a stretch. There you go. Shout out to Drew Sean Williams. But we
getting married in about 20 days.
20 days, man.
I mean, don't you have him on Facebook, don't you?
We'll have to do a celebratory video.
We might try and get him in it. We can sit and talk about our ancestry again for about an hour.
Yeah, that was a good conversation though. We're getting carried away here. But anyway, back to the subject. We met Ryan first day, and then he went over to a different side of the campus. So I got to, he met Dimitri, Big Meech Veros.
In Marcus Chapman's class.
Yes, and then those two were sitting together in Lethea's and Janelle's class. So I know you guys don't really know the teachers, but it's just kind of interesting just to lay it down. and I saw them sitting together, and I was like, well, I want to join that. Like, they were talking about baseball, they were talking about the Cubs and the Sox, and I was like, yeah, I'll join with them, talk with them. Nobody else was really talking too much about sports. So it was good to meet those guys, and then 2 days later, we got an application put in to start a radio show, The Benchwarmers, which, like I said, click to Behind the Bench with Iceman if you want to hear some interesting updates about the Benchwarmers, which have been disbanded off of Chicagoland Sports Radio. Meech and I canceled the show after 9 months of some solid work. I would say 2-hour shows. We went through one co-host and several intros. We'll go with that.
We went through a lot with that show. CSR's gone through a lot. Good thing. I don't want to bash the radio station, but it was for the better to leave.
At the time, yeah.
At the time.
Now they're doing tons of repairs. Staff has been changing, and it's just not the same.
No, it's not being held the same esteem as it once was. The studio they remodeled, and
nothing's the same.
I mean, you're in a beige tan room just sitting there talking about sports, where the other room was like this nice red on the walls, remember, with all those posters and the calendars. And we have the nice thing that they still have is a nice window right on State Street with a bunch of bobbleheads, and it just looked great. And it was such a sports environment. Now I just feel like I'm in another classroom when I see it, and I haven't even been in there since they've done the new repairs. I just see the live streams, and it's kind of depressing.
Yeah,
and
I would have to say that for sure. And speaking of live streams, we'll be starting to live stream a couple of events coming up soon, so be sure to stay tuned for that as well.
And it was a shame, because the Benchwarmers was actually maybe the top show on the radio station for a bit. I mean,
there were several weeks where we had the most viewership or the most view time in the Benchwarmers. So people want the show, and well, we're gonna have to figure out what to do with that. So tune into Behind the Bench with Iceman.
Between our show, the show I did with Ryan, the show Ryan did with his other friend Kenya. We don't like the cheap seats here. Oof. And you with what was it called, Penalty Box?
Yes,
I mean,
Penalty Box back in the day.
Those are the top 4 shows on CSR, kind of running weekly, going along with the Fight League Report.
Yeah, and D Stone Live every once in a while.
Yeah,
shout out to Devontae Stone,
Chicago radio legend, who we've got the beyond privilege to work with and mentor us through all this. But I'll always love CSR, but bigger things are coming for
sure. Yeah, and we will be releasing that shortly, so you'll be able to listen to that hopefully soon. That's the image, and maybe the Benchwarmers, by the time you're watching this video, is already going on, or maybe it's not yet. We'll have to see.
Maybe you're watching this 10 months from now and you just heard us on ESPN 1000.
Okay. Well, I guess you're surprised. I mean, that's
not necessarily as hosts. Maybe they just brought us on. Hey.
Big things are coming.
Dean Davis is on WGN all the time.
Big things are coming.
Got that right.
Anyway, so we do have a couple of interesting things. So I've been using some software on my laptop. Presently, it's not working out so well. The video quality is kind of absolute just disastrous. So it's not working all too well in terms of, I would say, just overall quality. Audio's not so great, video's not so great. So we're using my phone right now as we're looking for upgrades and new software, and we will be bringing more quality content as soon as we can get it to you. But right now we're going to be using this. It seems to be serving us pretty well. We have a nice quality video here, and we're really happy with the way the stream looks as well on this phone. I'm using Samsung Galaxy S8. Shout out to the Android family, as Meech still sticks with Apple. There you go. But anyway, we're going to try to upgrade video quality so we can keep bringing you the content you guys love in full HD. That's what we got right now. As well as, we're going to be talking about video frequency as well. And that's not the frequency of the video. Oh my gosh, getting into that. But how often the videos will be released. It depends on you guys. If you guys want to hear more from myself or Big Meech, go ahead, hit that like button. Like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe. It's very cliche in the YouTube world, we know, but it is all so important. It really tells us what you guys want to hear and if you guys want us to keep going.
I mean, the more subscribers, the more the R message gets out there. You know, we're trying to make this. You know,
Yeah.
between the sports and the personal blogs, we're trying to make something of this. You know, and we appreciate all the love and support we've gotten from our friends, families. You and I both are intertwined within relationships, so our significant others, you know,
Okay.
giving us the help.
It sounded like you and I were in a relationship.
I said relationships.
There we go. Okay. Careful, that's for Murph. Which is in another episode. Ayo.
When did I get out of this?
You'll have to see that. That's coming up this weekend. Just get ready for that.
Oh boy. You know where you and Murph are going to be? I'm not going to be that far away.
Yeah. Excitement.
Excitement indeed. So, you know, just a quick thank you to everyone that, you know, brought us to be one of the top shows on Chicagoland Sports Radio and kind of motivated us.
Yeah, for sure.
To keep going and chase our courage. We went to the Illinois Media School with one goal in mind, and that's to make it in the media world. And the media world is not the nicest world. It's not necessarily the best business as far as people coming up from behind you and all that, but we're two guys trying to make it. And you know what, Evan? We've been working together for a year now, almost.
Yeah.
I think we got this.
Yeah, we just might. But it's all up to you guys. If you guys want to continue to hear great information and content from us, go ahead and let us know. And now it kind of works with you now. So give comments and submit Twitter questions. I'll be putting polls up. We'd love to answer your questions just in general about maybe just how life goes, sports-related questions. I'll be doing that on Behind the Bench with Iceman. And then we will also have we'll answer some questions just about day-to-day life, like I said, and what it's like to, you know, work in the media world and what it's like to be Evan or Dimitri. Big Meech.
Yikes.
Sorry. Yeah. There you go.
I mean, we know each other pretty well, almost about as well as anyone else, and I'm kind of scared.
Yeah, it's pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
But we will have to see, so be sure you're asking your questions. Don't be a stranger. Get to know us. Way to go there. We're not going to ignore the fact that you just totally dropped your phone.
But I got the nice sax case
There we go.
Tap a little ASMR quality for you.
Okay, we're not doing any ASMR videos. That's ridiculous. But anyway, we're going to be signing off here. If you want more content, go ahead, switch over to Behind the Bench with Iceman. It'll be on. We'll be uploading that video shortly. We can't wait to see you guys there. And we hope you have a great rest of your day. Be sure to submit your questions to us. We'll be getting to that. And stay tuned this weekend for an upcoming move-in video with Murph himself. Dimitri, any final words? All right. Sounds good.
That's all I got.
Take care, guys. Have a great weekend.
See ya.